lovelies, welcome back, and hi if you've not been before. I'm Cal from Cal's Craft. This is my Saturday Wip and Chat. I'm a bit late doing it today, so I do apologise. So I don't know if it will upload, what time it will upload, but I will try my best to get it out on a Saturday. It is 5 to 3 here on a very, very, very hot day. It is absolutely scorching. It's 24 in the shade, so I don't know what it is in the sun, but I know it's hot. So I'm in the kitchen as usual, just putting some wax in my pans, because you know me, I'm always the last thing that I do and I forget. And I'm still using my little slither that I cut off, that I cut off the paddy wax. So yeah, right, so what number shall we do? I might carry on doing them. I knew I'd have these the wrong way around. Yeah, right. So yes, it's lovely and sunny. There's a little bit of a breeze, so that's nice. So I've got the windows all open. The dog's not keen on it because she's a bit hot. Everybody's loving it. Oh look, there's a dodgy one there. Got a little, oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? He had a star on him. I was going to keep him. He had a little tiny star on him. I think it's probably from the paddy wax. Maybe. They picked it up on here and then put it on there. I'm not comfortable, guys. Hang on, sorry. Not comfortable. Right, let's get started, Caroline. Right, firstly, I'd like to thank everybody that came into my live on Sunday. Oh my gosh, were you an uplifting lot. You all know that I've had a rough few weeks, and on my Sunday, you lot just lift the spirits of everybody that's on there. You are a credit to yourselves, honestly. You're such a fantastic bunch. I couldn't be luckier to have that sort of people in my life. I come off there and I was smiling from ear to ear, and Grant said, gosh, you're an half changed. And I said, it's just, he said, I could hear you lot laughing. Well, not you lot, but me laughing. But he said, it must be something funny going on. Do you know what? I thought I turned that off. I was sure I turned the volume off, turned everything off. And it still comes through eBay. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I hope you'll come again next Sunday, well this Sunday, which is tomorrow. Gosh, it's come around really quick, isn't it? Doesn't seem like a whole week since we did one. Oh, I love that sound. Listen. They're popping. You will hear screaming, you will hear shouting, you will hear floorboards. Husband, kids, animals. Joshua's in the shower, so we'll probably be going in the bedroom, getting the hairdryer out, making loads of noise. Because he hasn't long got up, because he's a typical 18-year-old boy. Stays up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then gets up at this time. So and I can't say anything because he's got nothing else better to do. Do you know what I mean? And he likes to talk to his friends all over the world. So I just let him get on with it. It's easier. So what have we been doing this week? Oh yeah, I was telling you it was nice Saturday. Oh, my decking's done. I mean, as I said, it's not proper decking boards, but it doesn't matter. It's still wooden boards, and it is fantastic. If I remember, I will try and put, what's it on, 4 minutes something. I'll get Millie to put insert the photos because I ain't got a clue. And I'll put some photos of the decking in for you to see. It took 2 days, which was a lot quicker than we were expecting, to do. The girls helped. Oh, they were massive help, knocking in the nails and everything. And me and Millie carried all the boards through from the side of the house. It was windy though. Boy, oh boy, was it windy. But we did it. We brought them all through, me and her. We had to bring like one in at a time and lift it over stuff, and then balance it, and then go climb round stuff, and then pull it through. And yeah, it was a full workout, but we did it. So now I've got a beautiful decking to sit out on. The girls painted we moved Grant's shed. We moved Grant's shed from one side of the garden to the other, so it was against the neighbour's fence where there isn't fencing as such. So that was a palaver because we needed to deck underneath the shed before we put it over. So we emptied the shed, piled it all up under the canopy. Then, oh, that was a hell of a job moving, because when Grant built it, he decided to screw the shed to the base. Yeah, seemed a good idea at the time, but not when you want to move it. So we had two, as I said, we had two of the things from the garden, which we got it up, moved it with the metal frames. I think I told you on Saturday how we did it. Got that across, and then eventually we just moved it around the decking as we were making it until the whole of the garden, apart from a little bit of the back, which we're going to put stone on, was decked, and then finally pushed it into position Sunday night, I think, or Sunday afternoon. And then the girls painted it. Then they started painting the one fence where it had been against. And then we run out of paint, because it's a bugger, can't get garden paint anywhere, not unless you want to pay 3 times the price of it, which I ain't paying. I'd rather have just a brown fence, do you know what I mean? I am not paying 3 times the normal amount. So it was really, really nice Sunday night to sit out there with a cup of coffee on my decking. It was lovely. And then Grant has also, last night he bought, because I said we could do with a table that we could eat round or put drinks on or something. So he said, oh, I've got the things in work, I know what I'm going to do. So he came home with a big, huge, you know, the big whiskey barrels that you see on whiskey estates, that they keep it in for like 75 years or whatever. His works sell them, because he works there, he gets a discount. So we got one of those barrels, and then the same wood as we got for the decking. So him and Millie made a round wooden top out of all his bits of wood, and then they cut a piece off this barrel drum to be the base, and then the piece that they've cut off is going to be my herb garden. So I'll try and remember to insert a photo here of my table. So I've got to remember 4 minutes. I better write that down in it. Roughly 4 minutes, roughly. He's 7, Millie. But he says, why did you say roughly? I said, because I can never remember exactly. Hold it. Yes, I'm so chuffed. Really, really chuffed. It looks so different out there. I've spent more time out there this week than I probably have in the last 10 years. Because it's just really pleasant to actually sit out there. It was definitely not pleasant before. So once we get rid of all the rubbish and stuff, because now our tip is open this week, recycling tip, so Grant's hopefully going to take the stuff over tomorrow. He had stuff to do for work today, so at home. Just couldn't do it today, so hopefully tomorrow we can take that, and then we can sort out the very last. It's only about 2.5 foot of the garden that we're going to stone, but I want to stone it because I want to put my compost bin and stuff there, and Grant's bits of wood that he needs for his work will be all stored there. So I said just put it on stone. We've still got black stuff, you know, the black not tarpaulin, weed stuff, weed suppressant, that's it. We've still got a load of that left, so I said I'm going to put a load of that down, put a load of stones, and then layer his wood and stuff up there, and it'll look tidy then. And that'll be the last bit done. Can you hear all the floorboards? I don't know whether it is actual floorboards or whether it's just like just boarding. I don't know what's under the carpet upstairs, because it was already carpeted when we come in. Not brilliantly, it's quite messy, but it's down the list of things to be repaired, do you know what I mean? It does us, it doesn't matter that it's a bit old looking, and the kids don't mind. They've got rugs on top. So I've never actually seen to see whether it's floorboards or thing. But whatever it is, it creaks like hell. You couldn't sneak up the stairs and sneak across the hallway anyway, because you just couldn't. You wouldn't be able to do it. You'd have to be a ninja. Do you know what I mean? Trying to tiptoe over there. But look, these kids couldn't sneak out and then sneak back in like I used to do, because the floorboards and the things would give you away. You'd think it's a herd of elephants up there, wouldn't you? The noise it makes. But it isn't. Just my kids. Oh, I can smell this paddy wax. It's a beautiful smell. I am quite heavy-handed in it, so I do need to replace it quite often because I'm so heavy-handed. But I knew that. But I had to do that with wax, so do you know what I mean? So see, that one's already gone. But that's fine by me because I did it with wax. And I'm trying to learn not to be so heavy-handed, just like put them down lightly like that. And I start off and then I lose concentration and then I just like poof, 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 down. Yeah. But as long as I don't mind, because it's only bothering me if I've got to refill the pen about half a dozen times, then it's fine. You might see my son come in, but that's fine. Sorry about that. Josh just came down for something to eat, so that was all the moving around. He'd had a shower, did his hair, so I got him to have something to eat and drink. Yeah, that's what was I going to tell you? Can't remember. Yeah, oh, that's it, Joshua. That's it, because he's going up to having something to eat, and he's wondering when tea is, because he wants to go back up to my dad's tonight. Because he went up there yesterday, and Dad looked awful. And he said, "What's the matter, Grampy?" And Grampy had to confess that he nearly passed out and collapsed in the kitchen because he hadn't eaten since breakfast. And this was like 6:30. So Josh made sure he had something to eat and whatever. So he's going back up today to make sure that he's had something to eat. But Dad briefly called in this morning just to pick something up for Mum for the hospital. So I said, Josh will be up later to check on you. He said, I've ate properly this morning. I've had some cereals. And I said, well, you've got to have some at dinner time as well. It's not just have cereals in the morning and then something at night. I said, even if it's just a couple of biscuits, you know, you need something. You can't be going all day at 82 without anything. Well, he's 81, nearly 82. I said, without something in your tummy. So he said, yes, I know. But yeah, but Monday we had him down for lunch. We were all out in the garden. So I said to him, come out. Now we've got the decking and everything. Sit out in the garden. So a friend of ours in the village had done his dinner for Sunday, so we knew he'd ate Sunday. So I'd made sure he'd ate Monday, although he was a bit upset Monday because hit him that Mum wasn't here. He said she's just up the road and yet she can't sit with us. And I said, yeah, but she's in the best place, do you know what I mean? I said that she's been well looked after. And he said, yeah, but I can't see her and I know she's just up there and I'm sat here having a nice meal with grandchildren and daughter and son-in-law, and she can't. And I said, well, the good thing is she doesn't remember that much. I said, so, you know, she's not upset, she's not like you are, she's not distraught or anything. I said, with that memory, I said, she knows that when she is lucid that she's there to be looked after. And because of coronavirus we're not allowed to see her, and she knows that we phone her most days and check on her. So he did cheer up a bit then, and he had some decent food, and there's a bit of company for him because I think he gets very, very lonely. So that's why Josh has been going up again most nights. I think he's only missed one night this week, and I think that's because Dad had to go and see somebody in the village. Oh, that's it. One of the neighbours that had an outdoor barbecue. Made me laugh. 2 metres away, outdoor barbecue. He said they were all dotted around the perimeter of the garden, and he took it in turns going up for something. And I said, well, at least it was done, and it was done right, so you were all safe. But do you know what I mean? But I did chuckle. He said it was nice though. He said it was nice that we could all chat and warm enough to stay outside. I said, so I said, well, that's nice. I think he's yeah, he's finding it hard coping without mum. I said 60 years together. Well, it's over 60 years they've been together, but married 59 years. I said, and the only time they've been apart, I think, is if mum or him have been in a hospital, and that's about it. And then they could see each other all the time, so... Oh, hang on. That was me dad. He must have known I was talking about him, I think. Bless him. He's just seeing what time Joshua's going up, because he's going for a little walk, so he didn't want to miss him. I said, no, he's going to go up tonight when it's a bit cooler, because they're going to take the dog up, I think, as well, and they're going to sit in the garden and have a chat. And Josh said if he needs to do anything, needs replanting or moving or weeding or whatever, he said he can do it and it won't be too hot on them to be doing it. I said, which is quite a good idea. Yeah, so I was saying to mum, yeah, we got told this week that she won't be going into a residential home, which was a bit hard. She's got to go into an EMI specialist unit. Is it elderly, mentally infirm EMI ward, because she's got, well, they put in the little email that you get, that she'd got BPSD. Now, the community nurse was supposed to ring me. She'd rang my dad and said, oh, she can't go to Wildvale. They've crossed out the list. They're thinking of here and some or the other. And Dad got quite distraught, and he said, can you phone my daughter? You're supposed to phone my daughter first, and then she'll contact me. And I said, yeah, that's fine. And but she didn't. She'd gone straight to the social worker and relayed half of what Dad said, not the full conversation, so it looked like he was being awkward. But lucky enough, the social worker knows that that's not the case. And she put in this email that, oh, I've told Mr. Reese that she can't go to Withington. She has to go to a EMI one because she's got BPSD. And I'm like, what the hell is BPSD? But this community nurse didn't know that the social worker very kindly sent me the email on to me to read. So because she said, if anybody emails me, she said, I'll make sure that you get a copy. Anything to do with your mum or dad is mentioned, you will get a copy of the email so you know what's being said, which I thought was very, very decent of her, to be fair. So wait till I get hold of the community nurse. She wasn't answering her phone yesterday. I wonder why. But hey ho. Yeah, so I haven't got a clue what BPSD means. So of course you good old Google. Apparently it means behavioural and psychological symptoms of dementia. Right, I thought, oh, okay. I think it's, the first week they had her, they decided that she'd only got, she'd got dementia but she'd be managed easily in a residential, they couldn't see any problem with that. And I said, have you seen her when she has one of her episodes that lasts for days or hours or whatever? And they said, no, she's been well behaved, she's had no problems, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, oh, so they're going to think we're making it up. Well, the second week, yeah, they got it big time. Yeah. And then the third week it was even worse, and they admitted then they don't know how the hell my dad had coped. No fault of my mum's. I mean, she can't help how it's developed. But they could see exactly what we were on about. But then it meant she couldn't go into a normal residential, even with an EMI attachment. She'd have to go into an EMI nursing, no, near my home, which has the nursing facilities. I think that's right, something like that. Because they say with the forms of BPSD, you get, like with dementia, you've got the functional and cognitive decline, which is normal, and then you get with BPSD, they say you get mostly depression, anxiety, and agitation, right? But you can also get psychotic episodes and delusions and different things like this. Well, of course, my mum's got it all. She's got it all, so they said she needs specialised care. Because the worst one she's got is she's accusing them all at the hospital at the moment that they're beating her up and they're all nasty to her. They're doing horrible things to her, which I have to listen to on the phone. So now I'm not allowed. No, not that I'm not allowed to phone, but they've suggested I don't phone her. Just speak to them and they'll pass messages from me to her, because she gets so agitated and upset, because when she started this originally, it was me that was taking her away from the situation all the time and dealing with it. So she thinks that when she speaks to me that I'm going to take her away from this situation. Well, this time I can't. You know, they won't allow me now. So, of course, she's getting more and more agitated the more she's speaking to me. So I've had to say, okay, best thing for mum, not for me, but for her, is not to speak to her, just pass the messages on. Because she really does think these people are, like when I'm speaking to her, they're by the side of her mind, so I can hear them chatting by the side of her, and I know the people that are with her. And she was shouting to this one nurse that was taking bloods of one of the gentlemen, "You better put that down, you're going to have blood all over the floor, you're going to be sorry." And she was just ranting and raving at this poor nurse. Well, because they're used to it, she just carried on and said, okay, Betty, I'll be careful. But she just flew at this nurse. And then split second, she come back to me, "And how's the kids?" And it was like, okay. But yeah, so yeah, they say they think because she was beaten up, was it 4 years ago? Yeah, it's got to be 4 years ago by this psychotic woman. They think that dementia was coming, but that's triggered it further. But that memory has stayed, not the person, but the memory of the beating. And of course, everything they say they can hold on to it, to a part of a memory, a negative memory, and it'll escalate. And apparently that's what these delusions are. Well, they think from that. So, you know, it could have been anything, but unfortunately that's the one that's and I won't tell you the other one because it's quite rude, and yeah, that she's got things about, not she doesn't do anything rude, but she thinks rude thoughts and stuff, which isn't my mum, because my mum's very religious. As I said to you, she did the Bible bashing on him the other week. But good news is, well, it is good news and bad news. Well, yeah, I think it's good news. They put her on an antipsychotic. I was saying it was psychotic drugs the other day, and I was speaking to Claire, and she was saying, "Caroline, it's antipsychotic, not psychotic." I said, "Oh, I knew what I meant." But yeah, antipsychotic, only a small dose, but they say that's helping to calm her down. But they said the only thing is, are we agreed to it? Would we agree to it? Was it all right? Because we're her power of attorneys, because it can increase risk of stroke and increase risk of heart attacks. And I said, well, the way I look at it, I'd rather her be on that and not be scared, because I said being scared and frightened, thinking people are beating you up and are horrible to you, must be so awful. I couldn't comprehend that, being scared all the time. I said, so to me, she's better off having quality of life, not quantity. I mean, if it does reduce her quantity of life, but she's got better quality, then I said, I've got to go with it. And I sort of explained to my dad that, and he said, I don't want to lose your mum, but he said, yeah, you're right. He said, I can't bear her suffering. And I said, exactly. So we agreed to the antipsychotic drug, get it right, and it is calmed her down the last couple of days. Whether it stays like that, they don't know. But it's just a waiting game and waiting to see where she will go. I said, and I said to him, I don't care where she goes, you know, if it's 2 mile up the road or 50 mile up the road, as long as she's safe. I said, that is my main priority, is that my mum is safe and that she's not scared. Because there's nothing worse than seeing your mum in a scared state. And of course, the only person that she feels safe with then is me. You know, which I am grateful for that she has got somebody that she feels safe with. But she thinks I'm going to make things better because I've done it before. But the dementia's so advanced now that I can't. You know, that I could before talk her down and reassure her and show her different things and, you know, get her calm and everything. But we've gone past that now. But you do your best, don't you, for your mum and dad? So I think Dad's finding it all very difficult. And I said to him, you know, I can't imagine what you're going through. I said, being your wife, I said, I only can imagine from her being my mum. So, you know, I said, we both want the same things for her though. I said, that's what we've agreed on. And he said, oh yeah, I know that. And I said, well, hopefully by the time they find a nice place for her to go, I said, lockdown might be lifted enough that you can go and visit with her. I said, so that's what we've got to hold on to at the moment, that hopefully 3 or 4 weeks time, that in Wales it'll be lifted enough that we can see her. So that's the update on Mum. And thank you all for being so supportive, because a lot of you have been very, very supportive to me and helped me understand a lot of it, because I don't understand some of the terminology and stuff. And there's a few of you on here that have reached out and helped a lot with that. And I do appreciate it. I've got one of those ones in there. How have I got that in there? Where did I see an eye? I saw an eye before there. Can't have come out from the last time. There's another eye there. Can you see another one? Oh, look, I've just put him down there. Shh. We won't tell anybody we've stuck one under there. Will we? And what else has been? Little Lily Pups. I was telling you on Sunday, wasn't I? She has, did I tell you Monday? What day was I saying? Oh no, I put it on Facebook. I thought I haven't talked to you since she's done it. Was it Tuesday night? I said to Grant, I said Netflix has got Justice of League? Oh, League of Justice? Oh, I can't remember. You know, the one with Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman and Aquaman in that one. Was on Netflix. So I said I sort of watched it when it was on before, but I've not watched it all the way through. I said, I'd like to, you know, watch it. Yeah. He said, right, we'll get a glass of wine, we'll go up and watch it. And just lie on the top of the bed and watch it. Because we haven't got Netflix downstairs. So I starts to watch it. I'm really into it. Grant, you could see, was absolutely bored shitless. Not his type of film, on his phone. So he said, oh, I'm going to go down in a minute. Well, we were just chatting. I said, yeah, all right, you're going to go down. And I was teasing him. I said, oh, I bet you're going to put the horror channel on downstairs. Watch that, fall asleep. I said, you're the only person I know that goes to sleep watching a horror. Laughing. With that, we looked and we heard a thud. Lily had tried to jump up on the bed. Must have missed. Bless her little heart. We had a little squeal. And then I saw her limping. And then she snuck under the bed and wouldn't come out. And she knows we can't get her from under the bed. So I said to Grant, she's hurt her leg. And he said, oh, we'll see how she is. If she's bad tomorrow, you know, we'll take her to the vets or something. So she didn't come out. She came out about, I don't know, 11 o'clock. And she was limping. So I said, oh, what do you think? And he says, well, she doesn't seem too bad. He said, maybe it's just the shock of falling off the bed. See how she is in the morning. Well, we got up in the morning. She was still limping. She couldn't hardly go. Well, she was going, but, you know, like usually she'd jump up on the camel saddle in the morning. She couldn't do that. She was having difficulty getting up and down the stairs. So I said, oh, I'm bringing the vet. So I rang the vet, explained what had happened. So she said, oh, she's probably hurt the ligament or some ligament tendon, I can't remember what name it was, in her hind leg. And she said, do you want to see how she goes? If she seems like she's in any pain, give me a ring and we'll fit you in and you can come down. So I was watching her and watching, and I thinking, oh, is she walking all right? And then she'd be limping. Then she seemed to be all right. Then she'd be limping. But she didn't want to eat. She didn't want to bother with anything. She was at the bottom of the stairs or the front door. So I gave the vet another ring and said, she said, no, look, bring her down. Let me examine her. Well, that's a palaver in itself, isn't it? She said, right. I said, what's the procedure? She said, well, you can't come into the vets. I said, right. She said, so pull up outside in the car park, ring the number, tell us that you're Lily's mum and you're outside and what car you've got. We will come out to you, examine her roughly, take her thing, quick, story of what's happened, have a look at her, and then decide whether we'll take her into the vets and do a proper examination or what. I said, oh, righto. So off we go. There's like 5 other cars in there with animals. I said, oh God, we're going to be here ages. But like an appointment was happened for, and fair play, 25 to 5. The vet came out, and of course Lily, you know what Lily's like, tail's going, she's whining, she wants to be loved by the vet, and she's a happy little soul. And then she looked, she said, but wasn't she the one that had the pancreatitis, and even when she was really seriously ill, she was still wagging her tail? I went, yeah. She said, I thought so. She said, you get some dogs like that. She said, right, let's put her down. So she started to walk and she weren't limping. I thought, oh, flipping heck, here we go. And then all of a sudden she started limping. And I said, well, why is she doing that? And she said, dogs will. She said, it all depends where it is and how it's catching. So I explained what had happened and how she'd been walking, how she'd been in herself. And she said, oh, I want to take her in. I said, give that a really good thorough look over. So they were gone probably 15 minutes. And she come back out and she said, yeah, she's definitely damaged the black hind. And she did name, don't ask me what it was, because it's Latin name for something. She said, I don't think she's ripped it completely from the tendon completely off the bone. She said, but she's definitely torn it. And she said, I think because she suffers from dislocated knee in that leg as well. She said it's probably grinding a little bit as well. And that's when she limps. So she said, the good news is it should heal. And I thought, oh, that's all right. She said, but the bad news is it might not. And you might have to have an x-ray with putting her out and to see what the damage is. And then if it looks like it's torn quite badly, she will have to go off to Llanidloes, which is about 30 miles away, for an operation to have it redone. So I said, okay, so what do we need to do? She said, well, it's definitely 2 weeks of rest. She said, no walks, no playing, no jumping up, no going up and down the stairs. She's got to be carried. And I'm looking at her, I said, you really, with a dog like this? And she said, I know, but you're really going to have to put your foot down and be thing with her. She said, and then you'll know then if it's going to get better on its own within that 2 weeks. And then if she looks like she's coping, it's getting better, then each week you just say walk her to the drive and back. I said, that's short. And she went, yeah. And then you walk her to the end of the road because she knows where we live. I said, oh, okay. And then you walk her a little bit further each time. I said, so there's no more 3-4 mile walks. She went, oh, no, none of that. She said, for at least 8 weeks. I was thinking, oh, bloody hell. Well, poor Ollie, he thinks we are the meanest, horriblest people in the world. She keeps bringing us all her toys. She even nearly dropped a toy in one of my drinks outside, hoping that I would throw it. She's so sad, bless her, because nobody will play with her. And I do feel bad, but it is working because she is starting to walk a little bit better today. I said to Grant, so obviously the rest is helping it, because I said, you can see she's holding it, but she's walking a bit on it. So I said, it's obviously helping. But the little bugger did get me to throw a ball yesterday. Oh, God, I felt bad. Jessie did not give me a rollicking. I felt like a little schoolgirl being told off by your mum. I was sat in the garden and I was texting a friend back. I think I texted back some project bags or something. So I was chatting to her. And she put this ball and on my knee. And without thinking, because that's what I normally do, is pick it off my knee and throw it. And that's what I did. Oh, and she did run out after it. But She soon stopped, bless her, but I think she was all right because she didn't yelp or anything. And she's brought it back to me again. So I said to Grant, she can't be that bad. So I'm hoping the tear isn't as bad as the vet thinks. So I said to Grant, I have to put the balls away. So I put them all in a container now. But she can drag the container down and over. She's figured that out, little monkey. But I said, nope. I said, I've been told off, haven't I? I said, for throwing it. So I said, no, no balls. So Grant's found a way now to appease her. He just rolls it about 2 inches across the ground, and she keeps looking at him and saying, is that all you can do? Is that all you can do, Dad? And then she walks off in disgrace at him. So I'm hoping, because I was in credit as well from the last time that she was in the vet, because when the insurance company paid up, it put me, I think it was about £40-something in credit. So I didn't have to pay for the, well, I did have to pay for it, but you know what I mean, it's already been paid for because it was already in credit. So that was a godsend, so I didn't have to fork out for that. But I'm just hoping that we don't have to fork out for an x-ray and things. You have to pay, I think on my policy, you have to pay the first 120 yourself. And I dread to think how much an operation would be. So please, you know, say, Lily, behave yourself, do as you're told. So I think Josh is going to take her with him tonight up to Dad's, and they can sit in the garden, because Dad's got the most beautiful garden. What symbol am I doing? That one. Do you know what? I had total, it was like, what? What symbol? Total mental block then. It's as if somebody wiped my memory clean. That was horrible. Yeah, so I said, he said, can I take her? I said, yeah, as long as she's not running around, I said. And it's not far from the car to Grampy's garden. I said, that's fine. So that's the plan. She's been allowed to go to Grampy's if she's a good girl. She can go and sit in the garden. She likes to sit up on his deck yes, I've got it under gazebo. And he puts the bolly up and it's really sheltered and cool. And it's got like bamboo around it and stuff. So she likes sitting up there with everybody. So they'll sit up there quiet. But just gets her out of the house. See something different, because I suppose she goes stir crazy being stuck in the house and not being allowed out. The same as what we do. But I did go to Tesco's this morning. What an experience yet again. We got in quite quickly. I wasn't doing a big shop today. I wasn't feeling up to start doing a big shop. So I said to Millie, we'll just get the bare necessities that we need, and that's it. So we got in the shop quite quickly, got round quite quickly, because I write a list in the order of the aisles, so we just go up and down each aisle. We've got the list, we know what to get. That should switch itself off. Whoops a daisy. Sorry, my computer's having a fitty fit. See, that's why it turned that off. And we thought, hey, we're going to be in and out like that. We were so wrong. They were queuing up and down 2.5 aisles to pay. Yep, you heard me. 2.5 aisles full of people getting ready to pay. Oh my God. So I phoned Grant. I said, we're going to be a while. He said, well, he said, if you can't stand there, he said, just leave the trolley and come home. I said, yeah, but then I got to go back out again. So I said, you know, no matter how much I ate it, I said, and my legs hurt, I said, I'm still going to do it. I've got Millie here with me. So I said, I can lean on the trolley. I said, and if need be, she can go and get a chair for me, you know, if I can't stick it. All right. 25 minutes we had to wait before we even got to self-serve. And I use the scan and go, you know, scan and go, quick and easy. So I get down to that, and then I've got to wait another 10 minutes before I can pay there. And I take like 2 minutes to pay. That's it. Do you know, 2 minutes, that's all it takes me to get in, scan it, let it come up, and then done, dusted. But no, yeah, we had to queue. So I said to Millie, she brought it home. So I said to you, bring it home. And then, no, you bring it home. We'll bring it home. I said, we'll bring it in. If you put it all away, and then I'll start on some lunch. So for lunch, Grant had been to the butcher's. So he's got some nice steak for tonight, for tea. And then he bought some, they make sausages and burgers and stuff homemade. They use their own beef. They got their own farm and pigs. So he got some sausages, 2 sausages each. Oh my God, they were so nice. I only can eat one. The others ate 2, but I had 1. So tasty. And so that light's flickering slightly, isn't it? They were so tasty. So I did rolls, did some fried onions, homemade coleslaw, and then I got some Walker's, these ones, Max Double Crunch Bold Barbecue Flavour crisps, and I put some of them in a bowl for them, and they were happy as Larry, they all were. So they had that for their lunch. So I did that while Millie put the groceries away, and bless her, she put the washing on the line for me as well, which was a fantastic help. So it means then I could put the second load of washing in. And of course there's more towels to do because everybody wants to have showers because it's so hot. So everybody's having more showers. So that means more clothing because you're sweating in them. So everybody wants to keep changing their clothes. But that's all right with me. That's fine. So yeah, I got to do a bit of colouring this week, which I enjoyed. I'd forgotten how much I like colouring. So I said I need to get that, but I might take that outside after. Done quite a bit cross stitching. I'm still loving that. What else have I been doing? I haven't been doing much else really. It's either been cross stitching most of the time because I'm really into my cross stitching. Really, I think it's because I can do it outside easy on my knee. You know, but now I've got a table out there. I said I could do some colouring out there. I could even diamond paint it if I want to. But I might do some colouring out there. That might be fun on the table. But I think Millie's doing painting on there this afternoon because she wants to paint a dragon on there. A gold dragon in the middle. So in the centre of the table, she's going to wants to paint a golden dragon. And I said, "What? Why do you want to draw?" She said, "I don't know. I just wanted to paint a golden dragon on it." She said, "Can I?" I said, "Yeah, feel free." I said, "Your dad will seal it then." He put some sealant on it. So I think they've just prepped it now ready. I don't know what we've done, ask me. They were both out there doing something. They put one coat of something on there and they had to put a second coat on and then it'd be ready for her to paint and then they could seal it. I said, "Oh, okie dokie." I said, "Just let me know when I can use it. That's all I need to know." When I can go and use the table. So this week I shall do my floss tube. I might do another colouring one but I've got been tagged about my 5 favourite crafts or 5 favourite books or something by Lisa. So I said I've got to look into that again because I sort of watched that when it was all happening with Mum, so I didn't really pay attention of what you had to do, if you know what I mean. Didn't hold the information. Watched the video, enjoyed the video, commented, and then that, you know, doesn't stay in my brain. So I said I'll go back and watch that, and I said I'll try and do that video this week for her. She said I didn't have to because she knew that things were thinged. But I thought, no, it's another video, isn't it? Another bit of content for you lot. So you can find a little bit more out about me, what I like and dislike or whatever. Definitely do my floss tube because show the progress, and that'll be the end of Stitch Mania because that finishes today, is it, or tomorrow? No, tomorrow, is it? Tomorrow. So that'll be the end of that. And also I ordered a project bag and that came in this morning. It's a bit bigger than I thought. It's a really nice size because I'm terrible at judging. Even though they say the size, I know I should get the tape measure out and, you know, measure it out so I know what it is, but I don't. I think, oh yeah, that'll be big enough, or that big. And usually they're way too big or way too small, but this one is actually the right size for the one I want. So I'm chuffed with that, so I'll be showing that. And anything else? I can't remember if I ordered anything else. Oh, and I did get an email from Treasure Studio Arts today to say my painting has been dispatched. Whoop, 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 whoop. But it does say it could take weeks to get to America. And I'm thinking, I'm not in America. I'm in Great Britain, so I don't know. So I don't know whether, I think that must be a standard email that goes out to every customer, because it's all about America and where in America that it might go, and I'm thinking, I don't want it to go to America. I want it to come to Britain. So I'm going to get excited until it gets here, and then you'll see like a kid in the sweetie shop. So both the items that I've ordered have been dispatched. I presume they're both coming together. So I said that's something to look forward to. I am hogging Diamond Art Club site as well to see, and I've got email alerts on I don't know what as well, because I've put a little bit of my money that I made off YouTube from you kind people. Thank you. They've donated to my channel. I've kept some back to get my Diamond Art Club out of that. So I have got the Diamond Art Club site up now actually, and they've only got 2 pictures so far. So what I do is every day I just go on, have a little scan, and I think one day, but it's quite nice. It's like an excitement, you know, waiting for it and thinking, oh, is it going to be today? Is it going to be today? And then one day it will be, and then I'll be, yep, I'm going to order that. But I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry. I've got plenty of diamond paintings that I can do. So I am in no hurry whatsoever, because I quite understand how everybody is buying like mad, because they're all shut in and you want everything. And when you're shut in, not the fact that you just want it, but sometimes it gives you pleasure to buy stuff when you're stuck in. Well, it does me. It gives me a bit of a lift when I press that buy button. And everybody knows Diamond Art Club's lovely to buy from. But I was like that. I'm like that. So I might have a look at coat art stuff. I'd like to give Star or another go as well and see how they are. So I'm waiting to find a picture that I like to get off them. But I like the fun of looking as well, even if they haven't got anything in stocks. It's nice looking. It gives me a lift looking and seeing what they've got and whether I like it or not, or you know. And if they haven't, I just think, oh well, I'll have another look tomorrow. It's passed a couple of minutes, just looking. And that's about it, I think, for the week. I'm going to phone up a few people for Dad. So trying to get to speak to people at the moment is near enough impossible. It's all answering machines. Can you ring this number for that? Can you press this number for this, press this number for that? And then they put you on hold and they say somebody will be with you soon, and then they hang up on you. You know, after a minute, it's like, really? I just want to speak to somebody. And then you send an email, and then you just get what do they call them? Just a normal reply that says your email is being dealt with and somebody will contact you as soon as possible, and then you hear no more of that. So I will be putting on my shitty face on Monday. Yeah, doesn't happen very often, but when the shitty face comes on, yeah, I don't write nice emails. I don't have a nice telephone manner. I'm not nasty. I'm not nasty with it, but yeah, I do preach a bit. You know, I preach different things that I know that could get them in the shit, and where I could go and report them and stuff like that. Things aren't dealt with. Yeah. So I'm going to have a shitty face on Monday, because it's not me that it's affecting my dad, and he doesn't need it. So yeah, so watch this space for that. And once I come off here, I'm going to load it, and well, I'm going to render it, and then once it's rendered, and Millie's going to put the pictures in, hopefully, for me. And while it's loading, I'm going to go and sit in the garden and do some colouring, maybe. I'll probably go out and go, it's too hard, I can't sit out here, it's too hard, I'm going in. That laughs at me because I often say that. So I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you'd like to stay around and you haven't pressed the subscribe button, give it a press. There's a notification button by the side of it. It'll let you know that I go live on a Sunday and when I upload new videos. If you just want to have a chat, leave a comment. All my details are down below. You can comment down below or go on my Facebook, Instagram, private messaging, whatever. I always like having a chat and I always answer my comments. Can you hear the music? I thought I could hear music. So take care, look after yourself, and most importantly, stay safe. Bye for now.